Let's look at another way of finding information out of a table or an array of cells. So we just did it with VLOOKUP. Let's change this to 3714 to make sure it's picking out somebody else. 3714 is Aiden Miller, right? All right. So we're going to do the same thing with index match. Now, index match is actually quite a bit more flexible than VLOOKUP. What we're going to do for this particular exercise does exactly the same thing as VLOOKUP, but we can use it much differently and much more flexible, and we'll probably look at that later on at some point. All right, so match returns the numerical position of the text within an array, and then index returns the specified value within an array. So what this means is we're going to first have to do a match to find where it is in the array, and then embed it inside, nest it inside of an index array, which shouldn't be too bad, right? It's just two different things. So we'll do it step by step just to make sure everything's working the way we think it's going to. All right, so let's go back to the Excel. All right, so first I said we need to do a match. So let's do match. The lookup value, again, is going to be our ID. So I'm going to hit F3 and paste it in there just to make sure. The lookup array is data, right? And the match type, this time we want exact, right? Just like we did for the VLOOKUP. Otherwise, we'll get some other stuff, right? So I want exact match. And let's hit enter and see what happens. Oh, it didn't find it. So what did we do wrong? So instead of looking up into the entire data set, what we need to do is actually look it up just in that one first column, right? So I'm going to find it in that first column. So I know I've already named it ID column. So here I first look up where this number shows up, 3714, in just this one column. I could do it the other way, but I have to give it more parameters, and we're not going to do that right now. Right now, we have a first look it up in this column to get the row number. That's what we're doing. 7. So is it row 7? Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes. So Aiden is on row 7. All right. So we have the row number. Now what we want to do is use index around what we just found to give me the piece of information I'm looking for, which is their first name. So I'm going to click in here, and I'm going to do index, open parenthesis, the array. What do you think that is? That should just be the data, right? So let's hit F3 and put data in there, comma. The row number is row number 7, so the whole match thing stays the same. I go to the end of where the match close parenthesis was. And then the column number, in this case, it is 1, 2, right? 2. And click close it, and let's see what happens. I got Aiden. All right. So it worked. So what did we do? Again, we first did a match on the ID from the ID column, just that one column. I want the exact match. It gave me back row number, which was 7. And then I used that inside, I nested it inside of an index function where I look at the entire data table, give it the row number and the column number. So here I'm picking the row number and the column number. All right. So now if I wanted to do the exact same thing, I could do like I did before, which is kind of cheating a little bit. Maybe what you really should do if you're first doing this is type it out a bunch of times first, just to make sure that you understand what's going on. But that's up to you, right? I'm okay with you doing this also. And then this is a 5. Did I do 5 twice? I did. All right, so this is a 6, and then we're at 7 and 8. So this is index match doing exactly the same thing as VLOOKUP. Again, it's much more flexible than that. What we can do is we'll try to look at that at some other point. So let's pick another ID just for fun. 7947. All right, Daniel Martin. Right. What if I put something in that's not there? Oh, notice that. If I put an ID that doesn't exist, I get back the NA, pound NA, right? And you can see value not available error. So the NA means not available. Right? So let's go back to 1193. And that's Alexander Thompson. All right, so 2 ways to look up data within a very structured table of data, right? All nice and put together.